Welcome back, everybody. We're in the cruise, relaxing. 4-minute cruise, and as I'm talking, it's reducing. So we've got work to do. Beautiful Switzerland. I live somewhere down in that city. Anyway, here we go. Yeah, we're approaching top of descent. You can see here. Let's have a look. Top of descent is coming up in about 15 miles. So let's get to work. We'll fly the plane first. So we'll set the initial descent altitude. Let's have a look on the flight plan what we have. In Ermos, the initial descent into Zurich, I believe, is 8,000. I think that's what they hold at. So I'm presuming that's what we get cleared down to. So this is just like in a Boeing. Here we set the altitude to flight level 80, and we're in VNAV, so VALT, magenta. As we pass the top of the descent, then the plane should start descending and hopefully maintain to. We've got to be careful here because we're close to our overspeed. So if we go in here and descent, we have programmed in the descent 290 knots. I'm actually going to reduce that because it's going to be a hectic descent. We're only flight level 170. Okay, so in the descent, hopefully we're going to command 270 knots. Should give us a little bit more time. Okay, we've got a few moments quickly here before we descend. Okay, so what do we need to do? Yeah, we need to set up the arrival. Well, the arrival's already in. What we need to do is go on performance, landing, and we need to go next page. Put in our landing speeds. Now I have actually looked in the manual, not so lazy. A little bit more important for landing, I think. And I've got our VREF of 125 knots. The approach is 130, and the back was 155, and the VFS cruise speed I think was 186 from the manual. I think that looks about right. Very good. I didn't put in the winds, so I've got a moment quickly to do that. Let's see if we can find Zurich here. There we go. Scroll. In Zurich we've got variable 2. So 0002 knots. So next page is here. 000 at 02 knots. 2. Good. So we've got the runway arrival wind, and we have these speeds. Okay, let's go back to flight plan. Yeah, good timing. A little bit more stuff we need to do, but we'll just wait here, see what happens at the top of the descent. And we're coming up here very nicely. Like I say, this projected profile doesn't always follow the VNAV. Actually, no, I'm telling a lie. It's pretty good. You'll see a magenta dot or marker come on here to say if you're below or above profile, as always. I don't know why this flickers here. Let's set TCAS to below. How do we do that? No, it won't do it. Anyway. Oh well. There we go. Nose is pitching down. Yeah, see, we're going to overspeed here, so let's put the speed brake out just so we settle into the descent. We need to be at 270 here, nicely on profile. I'm going to find the speed brake a little bit over effective. And let's predict. Okay, now we've got a little bit of leeway here. Hopefully engines will spool down. That's the key there. not going towards the overspeed. I'd like to complete my flight as quick as possible. More flying time, right? Another aircraft. Okay, descending nicely on profile. Oh, it looks brilliant here. Look at that, all the way down to almost at 8,000. Slowing down to our 270 knots as predicted. Okay, now we need to set up the ILS frequency and course. Pretty standard way of doing that. Let's go to our charts. Let's go to approach, runway 14 at Zurich, and we have heading for the Hasading and VOR. That's the initial fix there for the runway 14. 135 is the course, and we've got 11175. So we need to go here. We need to go radio. 111. Memory is not my strongest point. At least I don't think so. I can't remember. 175. Now it's just a habit to put it in both VOR receivers, both nav here, for if you want to do an auto land. Yes, it can do an auto land. That will be another tutorial. I'll just do a standard ILS approach today, but just a good habit to put in both nav radios. Just make sure we're right. I got to check. 11175 and 135 is the course. 11175. Good. How do we set the course? Yeah, we go up here. Just check the plane. Fly it first. Very good. On profile. On speed. Speed brake is in. Excellent. So what we need to do here is press preview, and the computer freezes. Beautiful. Press again. Okay, and it will bring up here. Look, I'll remove it there. Press preview. It will bring up here on the rows course heading, and that is right here. And we need 135. So I'm going to right click 3 times. Go faster. 135. Now we leave FMS as the nav source, but we've in the background got running here the ILS frequency, and we've got the course, so it should be activating. Oh, I've got my blurries back. I've had this computer on pause for forever. Anyway, I had it on pause forever. Anyway, it doesn't matter. I'm not going to reload the scenery for the sake of this video, because we're looking at the instruments here. Alright, so now we're approaching 10,000 feet, so our speed restriction is 250, so that's amazing, this aircraft. Look at that. Excellent. Slowing down here to 240 knots, exactly there. Not breaking any speed limits. Excellent. We're heading for 8,000 feet at Ermus. Let's go back to the chart. So we're going to go to arrival. To go to Persu. Okay, and at Gipol, we need to be at 7,000 feet. So that will be our next. There on will be an altitude, height, not on flight level. Anyway. 7,000 something or other above the earth. Right. Okay, let's zoom out a little bit so we can get a little bit of a plan. So we're going to take a left at Ermus, a right at Kippel, and then I believe here on the fix we've got to be at 4,000 feet. Okay, great. Great. My blur is going to reduce. Yeah, I think if I reduce my speed, they're going to come back. Yeah, that's the price you have to pay for pausing your sim for so long. The way life is. Have no life, I guess. Okay, I think we're just going to let it run the course here. No need to take any shortcuts. Actually, what I'm going to do is slow down a little bit now. So 2 ways we can do that. Of course, in the flight plan we can put in a speed here, I think. Let's try 210 knots. Dash. Ermus. 210 descent. what we do is, if ATC said reduce speed, we just flip over here. A bit of a show you that. Flip over here to manual speed. Reduce that down. Now it's blue. You see the speed on the speed tape. Let's reduce to 200 knots. Eh? We've got some traffic. There we go. 200 knots. You can see we've actually got a dotted line on our flight plan because I've made an adjustment. So activate it. Okay, so now if I go back to FMS speed, it still says 240. Go manual. 210, 200. So like I said at the beginning, I'm learning on every flight myself. I'm not a master of this aircraft. I normally can get from A to B very successfully. That when the sun hits this flight deck, it actually looks, well, I won't go and say good, it looks alright, doesn't it? Damn, and then we look up here, no, look away, look away, look away. Oh, takeoff config. I didn't press that on takeoff, did I? Okay. Don't do checklists. So we're looking good. It might take a little bit of a shortcut now, eh? Okay, so now we're cleared for the final approach fix. ATC, they're going to send us down to 4,000 feet. So now we're going a little bit off the VNAV. Let's go vertical speed. I'm going to throw that down. What do you think? 1,500 feet a minute. Probably going to speed up here. Let's try 1,200 feet a minute. Okay, and we are nicely synced the heading, didn't I, there, during the flight? Amazing. Alright, we're going to fly a heading of north. Heading. So now you see the modes have changed. Now we've got blue commands. Don't always have to follow VNAV, LNAV. So we're going to just cut the corner a little bit here. Should be okay to make it down to 4,000 feet. And if we're struggling, let's throw out those speed brakes. Yeah, because the plane's just trying to accelerate a little. Throw out the speed brakes, Ryanair style. And stay at 200 knots. And we'll throw it down to 1,800 feet a minute. God, that looks quite good, doesn't it? Doesn't it? Please be on my side. Okay, below transition level, as you all noticed. Just going to hit B as normal. Thank you. So, we're looking good here. And very shortly I'm going to arm the approach. Okay, let's have a little look outside. Thank you. Oh, yeah, nice. Oh, to hide my blur is terrible. What the hell is going on? Anyway, we'll leave it like that. What a sight. Beautiful. Yeah. Alright, let's get back to flying this aircraft. Okay, we're going to easily make this altitude, so we'll reduce back to 1,000 feet a minute. Speed brakes back up. There we go. So let it glide down. So we're looking good at this point. I know I should be 1,000 to go. I should be good doing stuff like put the lights on. I can do that in the daytime, it's not going to blind me. You all know the history of this aircraft at night, terrible. Got a feeling I want to put the APU on, but let's wait for that. Look at that, looks good, looks good. Screenshot. no screenshot there. Alright, taking forever here, so we're going to take another little shortcut. And then we turn right to, where's the heading? There we go. 030. emails when you don't want them. We all got to work. Alright, so we're looking good here. Because I'm in heading mode now, I don't need the FMS source. I'm actually going to put it in V4 localizer. So we've got localizer set here. There's our course, 135. Looking good. 15 miles DME. Excellent. Here's the localizer tape and right off tape. So we're below that at the moment, looking good. I feel like I want to take another shortcut, but no, that's not. I'll go crazy. Okay, maybe speed brakes. Auto brake might be good here. That's a huge runway. Massive. And the exit is way up by the E terminal, so we'll leave the. We're going to land without auto brake, and did a couple of Swiss flights in A320, 3 actually, 6 in total. 6 jump seat flights in A320 and 321, and it's not standard operating procedure for Swiss to use auto brake. They landed every time with manual brake. Actually, one time in bad weather they had auto brake in Berlin, but standard procedure is no auto brake in the A320. So I'm going to do it in this. Why? Because I want to. Alright. Okay. So my theory is slowing down and helping the blurries didn't work, did it? Okay, I think I'm going to cut the video here, reload the scenery and land so we can see something. So back in a second.